guys, and welcome to my channel. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Mathamela Comfort Liboyi. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. And yes, I am back with yet another video. As you've seen on the title, the video for today is about how to run a makeup business. Now, I've been in this business for 9 years now. I started my business in 2011 until today. It hasn't been a smooth ride, but I have had fun, and there were times where it was very trying. Here I am still in this thing, and I am loving it like nobody's business. So the name of my business is now Bubbles Group. When I started it, it was Bubbles Beauticians, and the reason behind the name is I loved calling myself Bubbles because I love Raven Simone, and she was called Bubbles in Cheetah Girls. So I call myself Bubbles, and Bubbles just bring happiness to me. Like, I think it brings happiness to everyone. So hence the name Bubbles. I now expanded my business into a group of companies, hence I called it Bubbles Group. So the main division of Bubbles Group is makeup. So today I decided, let me share some tips and tricks, do's and don'ts, pros and cons with you guys. Now this video is created for all those people who want to start a business, all those people who want to know more about makeup business, all those people who are already in the business and need some tips and tricks, and someone who wants to find out more about a makeup business for maybe a significant other or family or something like that. So if you are that person, this is the video to watch. Yes, honey. So I have compiled a list of things, and there are 5 now. So those are the things that I'm going to focus on, and I promise to be as blunt as possible because we are not running just a fun thing, but it is a business. There's some people who take this thing very seriously, just like myself, and some people who live out of this. So I'm just going to share what I think can help you to get your business to become something very big. And the first thing, number 1, we're running a makeup business, so you have to have makeup, of course. What do I mean by you have to have makeup? I've seen in many situations where someone just has one foundation for a makeup business. Like, you can't, like, okay, you cannot start a business with one foundation, a makeup business with one foundation. Just like any other business, you have to have the equipment. In this case, you have to have all the kinds of shades. If not, have at least 3. Because if you have 3, you can have a darker shade and a shade that's just in between and a very light shade. That way, if there's someone who is in between a very light and let's say caramel kind of color, then you can maybe mix the two to get a color that you want. But it's very important for you to have all the equipment. It's very sad when you go to do makeup for a client, and when you get there, you have to ask people for their own foundations or something like that. Then you're not running, unfortunately, I'm sorry to say, but then you're not running a makeup business. Make sure that you have the right equipment before starting makeup business, because you might end up looking like a joke. I would advise that you should use the brands that you trust, a brand that you trust on yourself. If there are many people who can have sensitive skin, more especially for those people who use makeup from a drugstore, an informal drugstore, where you know that that product is artificial. Please make sure that you have brands that are original and brands that you definitely 100% sure that will not damage anyone's skin. And following that, you can check the reviews here on YouTube. There's so many people who have reviews for brands, and you just go there, do your research, and find out more. When it comes to picking up the right equipment for makeup, I would advise that when you go to a makeup counter, ask for assistance. Although you think, for some of the people, like myself, I already know a lot about makeup, but every time I go to a makeup counter, I make sure that I make the consultant think I know absolutely nothing about makeup. When we first meet, the first encounter must be as if I know nothing. That way she will be confident in what she's doing, and she can show me the right equipment. And if I feel it's not correct, then we can speak about it in a civilized manner, and that way you can just start a conversation in a positive attitude and just smooth it over. What I've discovered about doing that is that at the end of the day, I end up building a relationship with the makeup consultants. When there's a sale, they inform me personally. When there's a new product, they inform me personally, and we just gel. Number 2, you have to be professional. You are running a business, hence you have to be professional. You are saying to people, hey, hello, I do makeup and I am doing professional makeup. Whether I went to school or I didn't go to school, I'm self-taught, but I am running a business. And what do I mean by that? The presentation of your business is very important. You have to have a logo. You have to have something that symbolizes you, something that symbolizes your business, something that says, I know that is Bubbles Group. When you start a business, you have to have a name. This will help you in the next point, which is having an invoice. If a customer wants to use your services, number 1, you must have a template where you have an invoice that you give to the customer. If a customer is asking for your services, put it in a professional format that when they ask you the prices and everything, you have a price list. It also impresses the client that, okay, this person is very serious about what they're doing. And it can also help you tomorrow in case of any disputes, God forbid. When it comes to invoicing, please make sure that you outline all the terms and conditions for your business. If you're a business that is running and you have conditions like, before I render my services, you have to pay a certain amount for a deposit. It must be outlined on the terms and conditions. If you are not going to give any refunds in case of blah blah blah, you have to outline all of those things. For tomorrow, every business has a dispute. There is no way you are not going to have a dispute. Like, there's no way you're going to run a business and that business just runs smoothly. No, it is also a roller coaster ride. And if you outline your terms and conditions, then that way you are eliminating any opportunity for disputes between yourself and your client. And please remind your client to read the terms and conditions. On the invoice, put in all your details, your number, your address, and if you're going to charge for transportation, basically you write everything there. You write your banking details and everything for when they want to deposit. Please proofread your invoice. Do not do it in a hurry. Do it when you have enough time. Another thing that comes with being professional is you have to be very strict with your customers. I've been in many situations where when I go to do makeup, once you're done, I know a lot of people are going to be laughing about this. There will be that one client, not even a client, one person there, especially for weddings, coming in, oh, please, I just need lipstick. No. Okay, make sure that you have a price list for those people that want to just do lipstick. You have a price list for those people just want to do powder. Remember, you are running a business. You have invested your time, your money into this thing. So, hey, no. Yeah. No charity, whatever, unless otherwise stipulated. Necessary, get training for makeup if you feel you need training. I personally think I still also need training here and there, so I'm definitely gonna go for training when I want to. But if you think you need training, get training. There's so many people that offer training for makeup. I also offer training for makeup, so you can hit me up and me and you can meet. That comes with being professional. Have a diary. You can have an electronic diary on your phone that keeps reminding you of everything about your business. Diarize every appointment that you have, be it a training, be it a makeup appointment, a wedding, a party, anything that you have to do in your business. Diarize it and make sure that you are aware of everything that is going on. Don't chase after money, guys. Like what I mean by that is, Joy is asking to be booked on the 26th. TP is asking to be booked on the 26th. Yay, the invoice is like 3,000 together is 6,000. You're like, I can make it. If you know you cannot make it, let it go. Let it go. Because if things go wrong, it's your business that is going wrong, and those two people are going to review you. After reviewing you, what's going to happen? No more customers. So please, guys, it is about the money, but sometimes you just have to let it go. If you are so desperate for that and you want to make sure that your business grows, of course that can happen. Then you can train people to join your business or hire people. But make sure you tell your client that I'm not the one who's going to come for your wedding. Are you okay with that? Do not bombard people with your own decisions. If I'm a client and I saw Bubbles on YouTube and I want her to do my makeup, then if Bubbles is not available, make sure your client knows that Bubbles is not available. You get what I'm saying? Exactly. Be professional. Yes. So diarize. Make sure you know how much they paid, how much they're owing you, and. Under being professional, I know this is very sensitive for most people, client or service provider. The last thing that I want to say, which is one of the most important things in this makeup business, if, for instance, you are doing someone's makeup, she or he asked for an invoice, and the invoice amounts to 2,000. The person only paid you 1,000. When you get to the client, before you do the makeup, make sure you write it even on your terms and conditions. It's either you want the money before the date of the function, or you want it on the day before you do the job. Because trust me, honey, there are people who don't pay. There are people who won't pay you. Make sure you've written on your terms and condition when you want the balance. Do not do makeup before you get the balance, because if you do so, chances are you might not even get it. And no reason whatsoever should be reason enough for you to say, okay, cool, because trust me, there are people who will not pay you. Number 3, punctuality. I always hear this African time. No. Nope. No African time in this. We are running a business, so there is no African time. If you say you're going to arrive to a client at 2 o'clock, make sure you are there at 2 o'clock. If the customer says, no, I don't want you to arrive at 2 o'clock, outline to the customer the implications of you not arriving at 2 o'clock. More especially in our area here in Venda. Most weddings start at 9 o'clock. You have 7 bridesmaids and a bride. You obviously have to start at 2 o'clock, 2, 3, somewhere there. More especially if you know your pace. So know your pace, know yourself, and if you know that you're not going to make it on time, hire someone. And when you hire someone, just don't hire anyone. Hire someone who will keep the quality of your work the way it is. One trick that I can give to you is, with myself, the most important thing with my makeup is brows and eyeshadow, and I'm very good at that. So when I hire someone who will finish after I've done the brows and the eyeshadow. So I do the brows, I do the eyeshadow, and my assistant will finish off with the bases, the foundations, and all of those things. Try and make sure that you finish on time, because you are going to be blamed. Have a watch and maybe challenge yourself with time. Put a stopwatch or a timer for yourself. That way you know that you are only using 30 minutes on one person if you're gonna use 30 minutes on one person. Like I mentioned, in being professional, accept defeat sometimes. Please do not do any double bookings if you cannot handle double bookings or triple bookings or full bookings. It is very important. Oh my gosh, that word kills me. Sayani, oh my goodness. But it is very important. Okay, just make sure that you only do what you can handle, and what you cannot handle, outline to the customer that. Number 4, self-discipline. One of the most important traits of running a business, and in this case running a makeup business, is you have to be very disciplined, especially with money. The most important thing that I have to tell you right now, and something that I still have to learn myself, is you have to be able to manage your funds. And I am very serious when I say, so let me pull a serious face. You have to be able to manage your funds. Management of funds is very, very important. If I have a booking in May and I have been paid for May, please make sure that you do not eat the deposit, because anything can happen. Coronavirus, it's real, it's getting real. And then someone cancels, like literally cancels the wedding. Can be tricky, but in some cases you will have to refund, like you don't have a choice. But make sure you do not use the deposit before the date of the function. Use it after. Learn to save. Do not put your business money into your personal account. Have your business account, and make sure if you want to have a savings account, you can maybe fix it and make sure that the money is safe. You have to invest in your business. If you're running a professional business, you can start. Humble beginnings are very important. I can start by using Maybelline Fit Me foundation, of course, 100 rands, very affordable. But as your business grows, you have to also think of investing into professional makeup like Kryolan. Some prefer MAC, some prefer Estee Lauder. But invest in your business. Make sure that you have things that will help you in your business. Invest in your business to grow your business. Trust and believe in yourself. If you're a makeup artist and you do makeup, and when you have to show your work to people, you are already bad-mouthing yourself, like, I could have done the brow higher, I know the lighting. No. If you don't like the work you did, just don't post it. Don't bad-mouth your work to people. There's always room for improvement. Be kind to yourself. You are not going to be the best makeup artist on the very first try. So don't beat yourself about it. It's okay to leave room for disappointment, but it is also okay to talk to yourself and motivate yourself and say, you know what, I could have done better, but I will try next time. When people criticize your work, sometimes take it as constructive criticism. Go back and work on yourself. You need to have customer care skills. You need to have people skills. Know how to talk well with people. Do not fight with your customers. Speak to them well. I know sometimes some people can push you, but speak to them in a good manner. And if people want to bring their own rules into your business, that happens all the time. Just make sure that you stick to what you stand for in your business, and you also tell them that this is how I'm gonna be able to work with you. Those are the policies of my business and I cannot change them. For example, sometimes people will come to you and they'll be like, I have my own foundation and I want to use my own foundation. Are you going to reduce the price or something like that? I would really advise you not to reduce the price. If a customer is not okay with the foundation that you're using, that is their problem. You are using your own equipment, more especially if you say, I have all the colors right here in front of me. Those are the items that I'm going to use on you. Those are the products I'm going to use on you. If you're not happy with them, then I don't know. Number 5, marketing. You will not get customers if you do not market your business. You have to market your business. Be it starting a social media platform, which I really advise. You can get a social media platform where I think you should have an account on all social media platforms if necessary, but make sure that you are known. Remember, charity begins at home. If I am in Limpopo, everyone in each corner of Limpopo must know that there is Bubbles Group. So market your business. Do not be shy. Talk about your business. Make sure people know about your business. Speak about it. Have flyers if you want to. Have pop-up shops if you want to at the mall here and there. Give people a job to advertise for you. You can also market and have your business sponsored on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Expand your borders and make sure that people know you are willing to come to wherever they are, as long as they pay for the transport, of course. Yes, so be it international or whatever, look, we're dreaming big. If it doesn't scare us, then we shouldn't be dreaming at all. So yeah, one day you're gonna see me in the USA, bro. Dream big. Make sure people know that you are ready to do this thing. Like, look, I am Matamela and I am coming for your faces. Ask for advice from people who already have businesses, be it makeup or not. That's about it. I think I've outlined 5 things that are very important for you to start or build or research about a makeup business. If there are any other questions that you need to ask me, you can link up with me on Instagram. I am at Tamela_Livoy. Yes. On Facebook, MC Livoy Ramaboya. On Twitter, at Tami_Comfy. On YouTube, of course, you can comment and I'll answer in full. Like, yeah, when I'll give you the scoop. I got you, boo. I got you. So okay, that's it, guys. I hope you enjoy the video and that those points, tricks, do's and don'ts, pros and cons will work well for your business. Good luck, and I'll see you next time. Adios. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment. I'm ready. think we're ready. My channel. No. Welcome back to my no. I'm thirsty. Cool. Yes. Yes. So. At dummy underscore at dummy